Aisha, a number of states, including Connecticut, were actually suing the Trump administration over this move. Many happy tonight the lawsuit no longer needed after the federal government's decision to pull back. International students breathing a sigh of relief.
We are just relieved that the government has decided not to fight the states nor the colleges even hard on this.
After the U.S. Department of Homeland Security decided to rescind a rule that would have required international students to transfer schools or leave the country if their colleges switched to strictly online learning this fall due to COVID-19. The move comes one day after Connecticut joined 17 other states in a lawsuit suing the Trump administration over the proposal.
It was an attack on Connecticut colleges and universities, UConn, CSCU, Yale.
Attorney General William Tong and Governor Lamont both condemning the president's idea to revoke international students' visas, calling it cruel and unlawful.
I think it's an incredibly dumb policy.
It just made no sense when we're in the middle of a public health emergency to threaten to deport thousands and thousands of students because they're international students.
Brian Chong is a senior at Wesleyan University, originally from Hong Kong. He says the announcement had many international students feeling as though their futures were destroyed.
Especially for those who come from families and socioeconomic backgrounds of lower means, those who have worked their entire lives just to get their visa to come here. I really feel sorry for them for having needed to go through this ordeal.
Nearly 13% of the student body at UConn consist of international students. President Tom Casalea is tweeting out the right decision for so many reasons: moral, public health, and prevention of a potential brain drain. And Southern Connecticut State University President Joe Bertolino tweeting international students will no longer be asked to return to their home countries in the event higher education moves online. You may safely stay here with us. And Tong says because this decision came and went so quickly from the president, he is now focused on protecting Connecticut state colleges and universities and their students. Live in Hartford tonight, it's Nia Maldonado, Fox 61 News.